ACC Network Baseball from Dick Howser Stadium. It's Seminole Spring Weekend, and we wrap up this series with Game 3. 8th-ranked Florida State taking on Notre Dame. Noah Sheffield getting in his morning Sunday lifts. Florida State's already taken the first 2 games of the series. They've done it with offense. Yesterday was a back-and-forth affair, and the Irish struck first. Drew Berkland, 5th homer of the year. First at bat of the game, had Notre Dame ahead, but then here come the Seminoles. John Stutzer, with some help from Brandon Logan, able to turn a fly ball into a triple. The Seminoles scoring 9 runs in Game 2. The 5th inning was a big part of that. Eli Putnam, a good sign for Florida State, his 2nd home run of the series and his 7th of the year. In the 9th inning, Notre Dame made things interesting, but the 5-4-3 double play, Seminole infield defense shutting things down for John Abraham, and Florida State wins 9-7. Looking for the sweep here on this Sunday afternoon. With that, that's Chris Chavez. I'm Mario Masudi. A pleasure to be with you. Chavi, Chase Williams literally stole the show yesterday for the Seminoles.
He sure did. 4 stolen bases. But what was great about it, it wasn't just him stealing second base. As you'll see right here, he decided after this, I'm going to go ahead and take 3rd. And he did it multiple times in the day.
4 stolen bases, tie a career high. He joins the likes of J.D. Drew and Eduardo Perez with 4 stolen bases in a game. That is top 5 in Florida State history, and then he had to show off the arm as well.
And he did. What a great, and not just the throw, the momentum shift that there was from that changed the game and the tone of it. Just a great game overall for Chase Williams.
Chase Williams also hitting over 300 in ACC play this season. He's on a heater, and it's happening at the right time for Florida State. Speaking of a heater, it's cooled off just a little bit today thanks to the wind. It's blowing, it's whipping, but it's created a temperature that's nearly perfect for baseball on this overcast Sunday.
Yeah, and it does. And now the Noles get to go with Cooper Whited today. This is going to be a guy who's going to be in the 88, 91 range, 3-pitch mix. But what he does is he attacks the zone. He's going to fill it up. He's going to go after these hitters. He's going to make them earn it. And you see he doesn't walk a lot of guys. 3 walks, 24 strikeouts. He's been outstanding so far this season.
Cooper Whited, who has served as Florida State's midweek starter each of the last 5 weeks, threw 33 pitches on Tuesday against Stetson in a start in anticipation of being ready to potentially make the start today. Bryson Moore battling an oblique. It is precautionary. He could have gone today if needed. They're going to give him a start off and allow him to rest up as Drew Berkland ahead in the count now 2-0, followed by Noah Coy, Mark Quattrani, Waters, Brestevich, Lee, Logan, Passo, Z. Same 9, just 1 switch there with Logan and Passo in the order. And so Notre Dame had a good offensive day in Game 2. They actually matched Florida State in hits with 10, 7 runs. As Whited finds the strike zone at 87 that time, and it's 3-1. Sean Stifler's group does have a good offense. 5 batters hitting at least 300 who play every day and have regular ABs. Berkland, 3-1, fouls that one back. And the count is full.
And you talk about the offense. They matched FSU with 10 hits yesterday and some big hits late in the game.
Berkland is 2 for 8 this weekend. Hit his 5th home run of the year yesterday to lead things off. Full count. It's a loop into right field. Towards the line, running, grabs Stutzer, who can fly.
Stutzer showing off the wheels here, had to run a little ways, and you always got to worry about that wall jetting out there in foul territory. Does a really good job getting there pretty easy and breaking it down.
A slight wind, I say slight, it's actually now gusting pretty good from left to right. You see it there at the top of your screen, Old Glory. And that ball was pushing further and further towards the line as a first pitch strike for Noah Coy, to Noah Coy, I should say, the sophomore from Greenwood, Indiana. pops this one up. Foul territory. Fisher and Frazier give chase. Fisher, oh, he almost got it. And it just glances off his glove. I think the Hauser faithful appreciates the effort anyway.
And you see how frustrated Fisher was. He knew that was an ESPN moment right there. What a great effort. You see right here, does a great job timing this up perfect. Oh, and actually in his glove too.
It's an 0-2 pitch here to Noah Coy, lefty-lefty matchup. Popped him up again. Foul territory, and that will get on the screen. And so Coy stays alive. Noah Coy, 2 for 7 this weekend with a double. Has been on base 3 times, including a walk. 0-2. Breaking ball misses outside. And it's 1-2. Whited against the Stetson Hatters on Tuesday. 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned. No walks, 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string for out number 2 and his first strikeout.
Yeah, really good pitch there from Whited. That's his go-to right there. You see this changeup right here, left on left, keeps it inside, gets Coy to swing over the top. Great pitch.
In steps Mark Quattroni. Has been Notre Dame's best hitter so far this season, but a cool weekend at the plate so far through 2 games. 1 for 7. For Quattroni, has struck out 3 times. Knowles have had a good plan in place for the transfer from Cornell, who has been one of the best portal additions in the conference this season. Notre Dame lost Carson Tinney in the portal to Texas in the offseason. Tinney, who had hit nearly 20 home runs, north of 350 batting average. As that one chopped on the ground, deep in the hole. Fisher scoops. Oh, it pulled him off the bag. Boy, Cal Fisher's nearly had 2 SportsCenter-worthy plays in 1/2 inning. And I think the Noles are conversing on if they want to challenge this. They are going to review it.
Tell you what, Putnam also, look at this. Look how quick he gets rid of this, too. Just don't know if you're going to be able to see it. That's tough on Putnam, too. Stretching again, still learning that position over there at first.
See what this angle shows us. Chop it. His toe on the bag.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't think he has a good angle right there to call him off the bag. I'm surprised he calls him off the bag there. And I know he's trying to get in position to see this, but right here, that's just, again, I hate it because he called him safe. I don't know if there's gonna be enough to overturn it because of the angles and what you can see. Great effort all the way around, though, by Fisher and Putnam.
The throw definitely beats the run. And the question is, did Putnam keep his foot on the bag?
You see right there, McCulley gave him a little bump saying, yeah, I think you got it. I think you're on the bag.
I think that's as good of a look as we're going to get as we zoom all the way in. The question is, are his toes or his spikes on that white bag?
I like the outfielders coming in. They believe this thing's going to get overturned. See FSU's outfielders coming in from the outfield.
It's amazing how much more comfortable, too, Cal Fisher looks defensively playing third base. Just a completely different guy, and he's been a plus defender at third for Florida State.
He has. It just is like getting there and just, it's like I said, we talk about the stress that can be playing a position like shortstop and something there, but did it so well at third last year. It's like just being able to come back and be where you're supposed to be. That's such a good play. Here we go with a review.
After review, the runner safe at first base. Issue has one challenge remaining.
Just probably didn't have enough evidence to overturn it.
Right.
So you gotta guess that's an infield single, and it is for Quattroni.
Number 15, Bino Waters.
And now here's Bino Waters, who has impressed this weekend at Dick Howser Stadium. 4 for 6 in 2 games, including a home run, a double, and 2 RBIs. Waters, who was a first-team all-freshman All-American last year by D1 Baseball, following up a great rookie campaign with a standout sophomore season. Away from Carnes allows Quattroni to head down to second and into scoring position.
Carnes trying to backhand this instead of block it up. She kicks off that heel of the glove.
This is the top of the zone. Umpiring crew here today. Home plate is Jason Bradley.
Yeah, they're not even going to mess around. Go ahead and put him on with the base open now.
Go ahead and give that an intentional walk. Mike Jarbo is at first. Derek Malika at second. Joseph Blumenauer is at third. Yesterday's home plate.
Batting fifth in the order, third baseman number 22, Carter Brustevich.
Florida State going to opt to pitch to Brustevich. Parker having a good weekend as well. 3 for 7, 429 batting average in 2 games. Has 3 RBIs to lead the Irish this weekend at Howser. First pitch misses from Whited to the sophomore.
Just a little off of that changeup.
1-0 fastball, top of the zone.
Brustevich swinging for the scoreboard right there.
No home runs yet on the year for Brustevich. Not known for his power. Now 2-1. Through 2 seasons, Brustevich still looking for his first long ball. Although his rookie campaign, 301 batting average in 186 official at-bats. 56 hits last season with 36 RBIs. To Fisher, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the force. So a couple runners on for the Irish to lead things off, but Cooper Whited settles in and puts up a 0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning in Tallahassee. Game 3 is underway here at Howser. Mike's got his snow cones, double fisting. You gonna share that, Mike? I mean, he's got every flavor of the rainbow right there.
Yeah, he's trying to rehydrate, it looks like.
A big night for Mike. On the mound, making his second career start, Dylan Singleton, the freshman, back in his home state from Bradenton, where he went to PDG Academy. And his numbers on the year really inflated last week in his first career start. Virginia was able to rough him up in 2 1/3. 4 hits, 5 earned runs, gave up 2 home runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 60 pitches. But Sean Stifler said he still really believes in Singleton and what he can do. And you saw yesterday, Caden Kroll, a lefty, was able to have some success with the secondaries against Florida State's lineup.
Yeah, and you're hoping to get the same result today right here. Coach Stifler really likes what he sees in here in Singleton, so I think you're going to see a lot of that fastball, backing up that slider. Not going to be as firm as you saw from Kroll. Kroll's in that 93, 94 range, hit 95 once yesterday, but you're still going to see a guy come in pumping in here in that 88 to 92 range.
Starts with an off-speed pitch for a strike to Braden Dowd. Folks, Florida State going to the same order as they had yesterday. It's the same position player group 3 days in a row. As you saw it there on your screen, Dowd leading things off, followed by Williams and Carnes. A 1-1 due here to Braden Dowd, the center fielder for the Noles. Outside, and it's 2-1. Dowd's average dropping back under 300 on the year at 299. He's had a weekend statistically that might not catch the eye, but a number of quality at-bats. 7 homers and 27 ribbies on the season. A late strike call at the bottom of the zone makes it 2-2 to Dowd. Huchavi on the weekend is 1 for 6, but he's been on base 4 different times. His on-base percentage on the weekend at .444. Slow roller to first, and Paso was playing near the bag, able to step on first base for out number 1.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, I said if I'd have told you he was hitting 167 for the weekend and the Noles were 2-0, from what had been going on the last couple weeks, you wouldn't have thought so. But
yeah.
It shows you how much everybody else is starting to step up in this lineup.
And Dowd has hit 3 balls so far this weekend of exit velocities over 100 that have been recorded as outs. Chase Williams, first pitch swinging, popped it up. Wind is pushing this close to the net and onto the net. Again, a stiff breeze to right field today. It might play as a pitcher's park, depending on if it's blowing in or out. Pretty clearly from left field to right field.
If you just get just a slight shift there, it could be launching out to right field.
And if it comes in the other way, it could really help the pitchers, right?
Yep.
Williams behind the fastball, stays alive.
And it switched already right now. Right now it's blowing out to right field. That's why I said it's going to be constantly crosswind and then going out to right.
Going to be an interesting day at the ballpark for the offenses. Williams, speaking of offense, 4 for 7 this weekend, 571 batting average. And he has stolen 4 bases. We talked about it in the open, the junior from Elmore, Alabama. Top 5 with his 4 stolen base performance in a single game, tying J.D. Drew and Eduardo Perez. All time in Seminole history. Chopper, second base. Easy play there. And although Williams runs well, Z had plenty of time for out number 2. So a nice start here for Singleton. Settling in, not trying to do too much.
Yep.
Has induced weak contacts a couple times.
Really going to his all-speed stuff there was the changeup with the breaking ball to Dowd. But keeping the ball down in the zone.
After being born in Bradenton, he moved to Virginia, where he was the 9th overall ranked prospect in the state by perfect game, was Singleton. 6'2" lefty. And again, just making his second career start. That has been a theme for a young Notre Dame team trying to find some consistency in the rotation on the weekends. As he's ahead of Carnes now, 0-2. And you like what you saw from Xavier Hirsch on Friday. You're going to have better days from Jack Riddell than what you saw yesterday.
Absolutely.
He's someone you can count on. So finding a third arm. Has this 0-2. And an impressive inning for Dylan Singleton as he punches out Carnes.
Yeah, great job from Singleton here in the inning. Definitely relying on the secondary stuff. Great change up here, getting Carnes out in front, getting the Fighting Irish back in the dugout.
Game 3 at Hauser, top of the second. The Irish and the Noles. 8th-ranked Florida State has taken the first 2 games of the series, looking for the sweep. And a Florida State team that is now 11-6 in the ACC, in 4th in the conference standings. First pitch strike from Whited to Jace Lee. North Carolina has flexed their muscles this weekend against Georgia Tech in a battle of the top 2 in the ACC standings. As Lee fouls that one back in 2 top 5 teams that should both be in great position for a top 8 national seed. Boston College has really impressed in 3rd this season for Todd Interdonato. 0-2 to Lee. A good breaking ball that drops below the zone. And then you got Florida State and Virginia, both vying for regional hosts, and with a hot finish could also be a top 8 national seed. Matter of fact, D1 baseball had FSU and Virginia. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. We'll get into that story in a moment. To the changeup for Whited.
And again, Whited right here, going to his bread and butter, the change. Gone down the pitch before with it. This one goes off the plate to get Lee swing and miss.
Second strikeout for Whited. Now Brandon Logan. First pitch strike on the outside corner. D1 baseball had Florida State and Virginia is 10-11 in their pecking order for national seeds. The NCAA has now used national seed to coin all 16 regional hosts. But for a top 8, the Seminoles and the Cavaliers right in the thick of it. 0-2 to Logan. Ooh, just missed on the inside corner.
I don't even know that was inside. It looked like it was right down the middle. Wow.
And the 1-2 to Brandon Logan. Now outside. Rome's coming out from the Hauser faithful. It's 2-2 as Whited collects his thoughts. But the Seminoles have the tiebreaker in the head-to-head right now in the pecking order, all things equal over Virginia because of that series victory in Charlottesville. McCulley into foul territory. Smooth with it. Little hug from Stutzer as well.
McCullough just threw the ball in the stands. I think he thought it might have been thrown out. You see him laughing. But great job by here taking control by McCullough. Colin Putnam off. He has a better angle for this ball. Nice play.
Batting eighth, first baseman, number 21, Dylan Passo.
First pitch strike to Passo. And it's 0-1. Florida State's RPI right now, Chavi, at 10. According to WarrenNolan.com, 7 strength of schedule. Strong metrics, right in the thick of it for a top 8. Passo lifts it into left center. Long run with the wind blowing in for Williams. And he makes the grab. 1-2-3 inning for Whited. On a breezy, gusty Game 3. Kiddo's chopping it up as the Seminoles come to bat in the bottom half of the inning. Blake Jarrett and Florida State hoping for ACC win number 12 on the season. As Shmela offers at the first pitch. Shift was on and a ground out for out number 1. Jamie Z playing on the shortstop side, second base back.
Batting into the order, right fielder number 9, John Stutzer.
So far, Singleton doing a nice job getting ground balls, inducing weak contacts.
Very similar to Whited, the way they attack. Really relying more on the off-speed stuff, sneak the fastball by you when they can.
Fastball by Stutzer's bat.
88.
Stutzer's had a nice weekend, the freshman from Marietta. 3 for 8. Hit a home run in Game 1. That was his 5th of the year. You slowly see it all coming together for the kid they nicknamed Stutz. Down the third base line, past a diving Brestevich. Extra bases for Stutzer. And he glides into second with a double.
Great job by Stutz. Like you talked about it right here, he gets an off-speed pitch. Great balance, kept his hands back, was just a smidge out in front, hence why he hooked it down the line. Good job, and he cruises into second real easy for a double here with his speed.
Drew Berkman got it in as quick as he could, but that's the 8th double of the year for Stutzer, and now 14 extra base hits for the rookie out of Pope High School. He's in scoring position for Cal Fisher. Watches a first pitch strike. Fish has had himself a weekend as well, batting .429 in 2 games. 3 for 7, with a double and an RBI as well. 0-1 misses the inside corner. And 1-1. 6-foot junior. He uses the third base bag. That one on the other side. And just foul, according to umpire Joseph Blumenau.
Yeah, just out in front a little bit of this fastball. You can actually hook this one. Good call. Ball's foul. Close though.
Fisher and the Noles continuing to try and work on two-strike approach. Yesterday against Riddell, the Seminoles didn't strike out in 3 innings against Riddell. It's the 1-2, misses inside. Now granted, Florida State ended up striking out 9 times, 6 of those coming from Caden Kroll, who looked fantastic in relief for 4 innings. Jared and the Seminole coaching staff emphasizing putting the ball in play this weekend. And you've seen a number of Seminoles choking up on the bat, widening some stance. And it's worked out in their favor. Notre Dame defensively hasn't been up to snuff all weekend, and that's what you do when you put pressure on the defense to make plays.
Yeah, putting the ball in play. I mean, last thing you want to do is take too many pitches, swing and misses a lot, choke up, put it in play, make the defense work.
Runner go. Throw down. Tag in time. And Stutzer a little shaken up there as well at the third base bag. Looks to be okay. He'll head back to the dugout.
Cut his hand open. Cut his hand open a little bit there on his left hand.
Didn't get a great jump.
Oh, he went into the spike. Yeah, went right into the spike of the third baseman there and cut his hand open.
He's going to get attended to there. 3-2. And Fisher pumps it up. Coy, battling the wind, makes the grab. And so Florida State, a promising inning, fizzles out. To the third we go, still scoreless. Brody DeLamielleure in the game now in right field after John Stutzer seemed to cut his hands, sliding into third base. So something to monitor. We'll talk to Link Jarrett, I'm sure, after the game. That pitch misses low. (1-0) in there, swing and a miss, 1-1. We got John Abraham on the headset. Johnny, welcome to the broadcast, my friend.
How you guys doing? It's good to see you guys.
Good to talk to you, my friend.
Yeah.
You hang out with us here for a couple of outs, swing and a miss. We got to start with a guy on the hill, right? I mean, he has really elevated his game for your pitching staff over the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, Cooper's the guy. He's my throwing partner, actually. So me and him get after it every day, and he's honestly a great kid, great guy in the program too, and he's been shoving for us for sure.
Maybe you need to get a couple of more Johnny A throwing with you guys, because you two guys have been shoving all year.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Back to that changeup for a strikeout. Johnny, how nasty is that changeup?
Oh, filthy. Catch it every day and miss it all the time.
I like it.
One down in the inning is Drew Berkland, top of the order. Steps in. A gusty, windy day in Tallahassee. First pitch to the plate. Just misses with that changeup. John, let's talk about you a little bit, because you've elevated your game as well. Can you just talk and give us some insight on the confidence you're pitching with this season in your junior year?
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been grinding this off season, and
see where that ball goes. Hit pretty well into the gap. Williams overruns it. Berkland, big turn at second. He's going to stop there. It's a one-out double.
But yeah, man, we got after it this off season. All of us, honestly, and Posey's like very good with the mental game, and he's helped me out a lot. You know, just being able to keep my composure and my poise on the mound, even when things are going south, and just being able to dial in on the next pitch as I'm throwing. And you know, you're always one pitch away from getting out of an inning or something. So you just really staying in the present has helped me a lot this year for sure.
Yeah, Johnny, I'll tell you what, looking to yesterday, especially that two-seamer you had going, got you out of a couple of big jams too, especially to end the game with the double play. But I mean, it's something that I've seen from you this year that has just been elevating your game with the four-seamer at 95, then you're able to throw that two-seamer at 93. I mean, it's just another pitch to add to your great repertoire. Yeah,
I mean, it's just a different look of a fastball for the hitters that I throw, and it gets them off the changeup too. But, you know, it's definitely a good look. I can throw it right on right or to a lefty. And it's a swing and miss pitch too, honestly. And it gets me weak contact. I love throwing it.
Yeah, it's been great for you. And it looked great yesterday too. You definitely did, like you said, you got a couple of swings over the top of it on righties when you were burying it in on their hands. So again, like I said, just another great pitch that you've been adding to the repertoire for yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
3 1/3 innings for you yesterday.
Yeah.
Just 3 hits, 1 unearned run, 3 strikeouts. Oh, almost had him picked off.
He did, and you saw McCulley, he knew it too. He's like, my bad, man. He had him.
How much fun is that, by the way, as we take a look at replay here? Johnson, take us through a pickoff play when you get a guy leaning.
It's probably the best feeling in the world. You know, you save some pitches or some bullets in your arm, and it's a free out. I mean, it's awesome. And it's a great team. Team comes back in the dugout after that, and they're all hyped up. Gets the bats going a little bit, too.
How good has it been to see your offense this weekend start to take steps in the right direction as a hitting attack?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. But I think we're just growing as a team as the season goes on, and we just need to get hot in the right time, and I think we'll be pretty good. Our pitching staff is very dominant this year, and if we could just keep on throwing up zeros, like, our offense doesn't need to do much. But it's been great to see them, you know, hitting away for sure.
No doubt about peaking at the right time. Obviously, you lose a player like Miles Bailey. That's not easy for any team, let alone, you know, what he means to your club. Another pickoff attempt. But take us through some of the conversations you guys have had about picking each other up, everybody stepping up, because this is still a really good top 10 team that has everything in front of them to go accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough seeing Miles go out for sure, but everybody's got each other's back. We got a good culture in this locker room. Everybody, like, is pulling for each other. It's not like no eye guys or anything like that.
Lifted out, right center. Quattrani towards that screen. It's high off the street. Brooklyn going to round third, and he's going to score. Notre Dame takes the lead as Quatrani has a double with 2 down here in the third.
But yeah, as I was saying, man, if someone's not got it that day, the next guy will come right out and pick him up. Like, it's no questions about it. That's what we do. We respond well with each other, and that's what I think our culture steps in, you know. We all care for each other, and it's just being a good team is just picking one each other up.
You know, Johnny, I tell you what, I like to hear that because as a former player, I know what it means to do something like that, how you come together, the chemistry that you got with your teammates. I think that speaks volumes on your maturity, too, moving forward, and how much you've grown since you've been here at this university. That's great to hear, man.
Yes, sir.
I think to your point, too, John, the weekend at Virginia showed a lot of people, I think even your own clubhouse, you're capable of going in and winning a top 10 series with all of your guys, you know, available or not. You guys did a really nice job that weekend. How much confidence do you think this group is playing with right now?
A lot. I mean, we had an off weekend last weekend, but that's not going to stop us from the end goal. There's hiccups in seasons, so you just got to stay in the middle and keep on riding it out and just keep on surviving, baby, and just putting your heart on the line, and everything will fall into place where it needs to be at the end of the day.
2 down in the inning. Florida State intentionally walks Bino Waters to get to Parker Brstevich. So 2 on and 2 down. 1-0 Notre Dame. First pitch inside the corner for a strike. John Abraham joining us. You see him there on the left side of your screen. Whited trying to minimize the damage here. Get out of it. Just giving up 1. A little high, a little outside. John, last question from me for you. How much pride do you take in the versatility? You've been used as a Swiss Army knife. You can start when you need to, come in for 2 innings if you need to, 4 innings. They've used you in every which way.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I get in the game, I'm just trying to throw up a 0. I don't really care where I come in the game, what happens. You know, I'm just trying to put a 0 up on the board, get the guys back in the dugout, and get the hitters get on offense. I mean, just trying to win some ball games.
Yeah. Here comes the K-time chant. And the 1-2. This is a little high, and it's 2-2. John, what's your favorite chant the Animals and Hauser faithful do? Is it that K-time?
I like the one they used to rip for Miles. My, oh, my, or whatever.
I like it.
Too bad we can't hear that anymore.
Yep. On the grounds, Frazier throws to first to retire the side. Johnny Abe, appreciate you joining us, man. All the best to you rest of the season.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks, Johnny A.
So Notre Dame picks up a run. 1-0 Irish in the series finale. Whited does a nice job limiting the damage. From the bottom of the third, let's see if the Noles can pick up the sticks. In his 4th season in South Bend, he's the head man for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish baseball team. That's Sean Stifler on your screen. Done a nice job. with Notre Dame, trying to get them back to the NCAA tournament. A win today would be massive for their overall resume as they continue to push for an at-large, and they're on that bubble, trying to find themselves on the right side as opposed to the wrong side.
Yeah, and he's, like you said, he's done a great job putting things together, building this team up the way he wants it, and now trying to figure out this pitching staff. He's got a couple of really good young freshmen in here that he's trying to figure out, hey, can I get these guys, one of these guys into the rotation? And so far, Singleton's looked great today, and Kroll yesterday looked outstanding.
And not to mention Xavier Hirsch pitched very well on Friday. As Frazier Looper, going to be a tough run there for Prestevich. Couldn't get there. And I think of all the guys who threw this weekend, Notre Dame fans and Coach Stifler probably expected Riddell to have the best numbers.
Right.
And he ended up not having his stuff yesterday in game 2. Frazier's, yep. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, again, we talked about yesterday, sometimes it just happens. You just don't have your best stuff. You see right here, Frazier with a bullet down the right field line and a cruise into second base. Pretty easy for a double.
Good looking swing there from Frazier. That's his 5th hit of the weekend. He has been an injection of athleticism and really some life to this Florida State offense since making his return on Tuesday in the midweek action.
Yeah, and again, good hands, good adjustment on the breaking ball here. Able to stay behind it, rip it down the line.
First pitch here to Putnam. Shows bunt, lays it down. Pretty good one. Gonna make Singleton have to make the play, and he does. Good idea there. Force the freshman to show you that he can make a tough play, and he did. Putnam's not fleet of foot. So quite honestly, I think Chase Williams or Frazier or Stutzer might have beat that out, but still very close.
Yeah, great bunt, though, by Putnam. Did his job. And again, let's see what the freshman can do fielding his position. He makes a really good play, though.
He does, but I think Coach Stifler would tell you that was a very slow to the ball and turn. He took a lot of time.
But he may know, too, though. Sometimes as a pitcher, you got to know your runner, and he may have understood who the runner was, knew he had time, didn't need to rush it. And that matters for when you're a pitcher and you're fielding your position on bunts like that. Know who your batter is when you do that.
Putnam does his job as a runner's at third base now in the form of Frazier. Infield is in for Notre Dame, trying to cut down the run at the plate. McCulley shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. There's a strike.
Yeah, good pitch there. Really buried that one in.
One-two, McCulley lifts it foul.
That's the hardest fastball we've seen today so far from Singleton at 91.
Carter 2 for 7 this weekend. 286 batting average. Batting in the 9 hole. And that's not able to help. Struck out. Not what you were looking for from Florida State.
Yeah, that's the execution part that we talked about here at the bottom of the lineup. Good change up here off the plate. Really chased it. When you get a guy on second and nobody out, you really got to find a way to get that run in.
How about Dylan Singleton so far today? He's really found his way out of trouble a few times and might have just did it again. Oh boy. So the Noles 2 innings in a row. Runner in scoring position, bring nothing home. It's 1-0 Notre Dame as we head to the fourth. Nothing Notre Dame as we move to the top of the fourth here at Hauser. Been good crowds all weekend for the Noles and the Irish as Jace Lee, Brandon Logan, and Dylan Passo are due up. Second AB for Lee on the day. On the ground, up the middle. Frazier gets to it and overthrows Putnam. And it goes into the dugout, so now Lee's going to go to second.
Yeah, really good effort right here. Getting up the middle and knocking this ball down. He actually gets to it pretty quickly, though, after it comes out of his glove. But just trying to do too much there, and one gets away from him, gets in the dugout.
So it should be a hit and an error. I believe that is the case. A couple errors this weekend for Frazier defensively. Brandon Logan, second at bat. He's ahead 1-0. Showed bunt the first time. This time swings the stick and fouls it back. Here's wide, it's 1-1. Bunt laid down, pretty good one. Carnes throws to McCulley covering. Advancing to third is Lee. Nice execution there from the Irish.
Yeah, like you said, really good bunt right here. Good job by Carnes getting out from behind the dish. Makes a good throw. Noles hoping they can do exactly what the Irish did last inning and leave that guy stranded at third with one out.
Visit for Posey to Cooper White, and he's at 53 pitches, and he threw 33 pitches on Tuesday against Stetson. Looks like Cole Stokes warming up. Due up is Dylan Passo, followed by Jamie Z. They're going to leave Whited in. What have you thought so far on Whited's day?
I mean, the thing is what you've gotten from him all year. Guy who attacks the zone, he goes after the hitters. The changeup's been really good. Mixed in the breaking ball and fastball well when he's needed to.
Today would normally be Bryson Moore on the hill as the Noles bring the infield in. Lefty-lefty against Passo. First pitch. Strike on the outside a corner. As we stated earlier, Bryson Moore battling a bit of an oblique. They chose to just be precautionary and give him the weekend off as the Noles prepare for a long road trip next week to Palo Alto. 0-1 misses, 1-1. Florida State will actually play in Jacksonville on Tuesday at UNF and then fly to California for a 3-game set against the Cardinals. 1-1 swing and a miss.
Good breaking ball. Yeah, really good breaking ball from Whited there. Passo trying to jump on this, and it just great bite.
Whited ahead, 1-2. Hit the other way, base hit, and the run's gonna score. How about the 2-strike approach from Dylan Passo as Notre Dame doubles its lead?
Yeah, executing right there like you're supposed to. 2 strikes. I'd really like to have seen the breaking ball there again, a little bit out of the zone. But he gets a fastball up, doesn't try to do too much, and just takes it the other way. Getting the Irish another run.
I think that might be it here for Cooper Whited. 57 pitches. Did a solid job. Wasn't excellent. Walked 2 batters today. Had only walked 3 batters all season coming into his start. His first weekend start at Florida State.
Yeah, but with those 2 walks, they're intentional walks. They were smart walks.
True.
So, yeah, so I mean, I thought he threw the ball well today. I thought that pitch right there, though, I would have liked to have seen the breaking ball there. A little off the plate, especially after the swing you just saw from Passo.
And it's time for the Kowalski's call to the bullpen.
Stokes going to come in. Defense didn't help Whited either. As really, Frazier's throw into the dugout allowed an extra base for Lee without Notre Dame having to do much. And so, a spot start for Whited. He exits the game down 2. We're going to step aside. Notre Dame leads 2-0. Game 3 at Hauser. Mike Barton Fields. And the Noles will go to Cole Stokes in the fourth. Down 2. So the runner at first and 1 down, the junior from Redondo Beach, California. See the numbers there. Stokes, a fastball that can reach triple digits. Command has been a bit of an issue, not just at Florida State, but his career spanning 2 schools, Oregon Ducks, and now the Florida State Seminoles. But when he's right, that slider and that fastball combo can be deadly.
Well, the slider, he has way more command than he does with the fastball. And you saw that fastball right there, get away from him.
And down to second, goes past him.
And this is the issues that we got, that they trying to dial it in with him. You see this fastball just running up and in.
Here's a fastball, 95. It's been a season-long adjustment for Stokes' delivery to the plate that him and Micah Posey have worked on. 1-1, fastball up. Routinely was 97, 99. They tried some things with the arm slot. Takes a few ticks down on the fastball, 95, 96, but it's allowed him, for the most part, with better command of it.
That's his bread and butter right there.
Yep, that slider.
And his confidence in it and being able to throw it where he wants to is a little bit better right now than the fastball. If he can figure that out with the fastball, like you said, he can be devastating.
Right back to it for the strikeout.
And again, like you said, the confidence in it. Here comes that slider again. Great pitch. Starts on the outer third, lets it break right off the plate.
Back to the top of the order. Drew Berkeley had a double. That just missed a home run deep to the left center field gap in the third. First pitch strike at 97. Berklin's average has been hovering at that 300 mark the last couple of weeks. 0-1.
Pretty good looking fastball right there.
That's 1-1.
I guess maybe a little off.
The slider, swing and a miss.
Location of it right now is right where he wants it to be. Let's see, obviously, double it up again right here.
And the 1-2.
Nah, just trying to throw it too hard there. Snatched it off.
His last appearance at Georgia Tech, inning and a third, 3 hits, 3 runs. But prior to that, threw very well against Florida in a couple of outings, back-to-back, including in Tallahassee. An inning and 2/3, no runs against the Gators. 2-2. Went to the slider. Berklin just stays alive. Berklin, the transfer from Minnesota. 18 home runs in 3 seasons with the Gophers. Oh, he overcooked that one. And down to third is Paso. Wow.
Definitely uncorked that one. See, this fastball just totally shoots out of his hand. I'm saying Bull Durham hit the bull.
And the 3-2. And ball 4.
Shortstop, Noah Coy.
Now if you're Florida State, down 2-0, you've given up a couple of 1 spots, back-to-back innings. Those won't kill you. But with 2 on base, giving up a crooked number, Could create serious amounts of space between the Irish and the Noles here in the middle innings. First pitch strike to Noah Coy. So suffice to say, this is a big at bat. Runner going, swing and a miss. They're not even going to throw down.
And again, 2 great sliders in a row.
Coy, the shortstop, 0 for 2 today. Stokes trying to escape damage. That hit him.
And this one again, just kind of a little bit too much in there, trying to get to the back foot.
Catcher number 19, Mark Quattroni.
And Florida State's got bodies in the bullpen. Quite simply, you just can't hit a batter 0-2 in a count. So Stokes wild here in the inning. Still has a chance to get out of it unscathed. There's a slider for a strike. And you just see what he could be. The inconsistent mechanics. He's still young, but he is blessed with a ball of clay to mold that not many people possess.
Absolutely. The fastballs, the arm just is, it's a thunderbolt attached to him. It's been given to him now. Like you said, mold him into what he needs to be. The slider's right there where you want it. I mean, the fastball's at 96, and it's effortless 96. Great job by Carnes there, picking that ball. 98 miles an hour. This is real, that's a tough play right there. You get a 98 mile an hour fastball snatched like that, being able to knock it down and block it. Another great play by Carnes.
And now Stokes is one pitch from walking in a run. And the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider there. Questionable for Quattroni to swing.
Well, I think he was thinking, hey, I'm dialing it in. I'm trying to hit a grand slam right here and open this game up.
And the 3-2. See if Stokes goes back to the slider. He does. Strike 3. Got him looking. On the inside corner and in the ends. There was a fire, and Stokes extinguishes it himself.
He does, and he goes to the pitch that he has the most confidence in, this slider, and just freezes Quattroni right here. Great pitch, great job kind of reeling it all in and getting the Noles back in the dugout with only 1 run scored.
Capozzi was having a conversation, and still is, with Cole Stokes, just kind of going through the scenarios there. He was close to putting a couple batters away, but in the end, created some traffic and found his way out of it without giving up a run.
And I love this, and we talked about it yesterday when Posey was doing it too. And he's in there, he's constantly coaching, And he's trying to help guys that are out there. And they talked about, Abraham talked about the mental approach that Posey does and helps the players with.
Chase Williams trying to drag himself on. First pitch, pulled it back, and a check down to first base says he did not go around. Chase 0 for 1. His numbers on the year 252 now. On the season with the batting average, but north of 300 in ACC play. Let's see the numbers. They moved him up to the 2-hole this weekend. 1-1. Inside corner, strike 2.
Good spot from Singleton there, dotting it right there on the black on the inside. Freezing Chase up.
Singleton's done a nice job, has been efficient. Now starting the 4th. As Williams looping, yes. Gonna get down. Didn't have to hit it too hard. And Notre Dame was playing a little bit back. And in the end, Logan and Lee not able to get to that dying duck.
And not an awful pitch from Singleton there either. He went to the changeup after burying the fastball in. Williams just reaching out there and poking it over the second baseman's head for a base hit. Now you got to worry. Here it comes. The worriness of what it does to a pitcher, having wheels like that on the base paths.
They check to first, and we actually just saw Notre Dame have to change its alignment because of the way Williams being on first base. They had all shifted, which is what the scouting report says to do on Carnes. But then at the very last moment, they all shifted back to almost normal depth. They've got a hybrid modified version of the shift now. But that's what it does, right? You've got to cover the second base back, so you can't all play on the other side of the bag and shortstop side.
That still gives a big hole over to the right side for Carnes.
They'll keep checking. Williams 4 stolen bases yesterday, tying a career high. Not uncommon to see him take second, then attempt third. Carnes 0 for 1 today. Notches a pitch for a strike, 1-1. Carnes this weekend still looking for his first hit, but he has scored 4 runs.
That's tough. When you look at what Dowd and Carnes haven't done this weekend and still seen what the offense has been for the Noles. Definitely would be nice to get one of them to break loose here in game 3.
Carnes had a big night against the Hatters on Tuesday here at Hauser. 3 hits, a career high 5 RBIs, and a home run. Another check. Keeping a close eye on Williams.
Tell you what, Singleton doing a really good job here too. He's slide stepping, holding a little bit longer, mixing up his looks.
To the plate. And a strikeout of Carnes.
Well, Singleton really, this at bat just went right at Carnes. 3 fastballs, 88 miles an hour, outer third. I mean, that's something Carnes usually is all over.
Third strikeout for Singleton. 1 out in the 4th. Pitch due to the DH, Schmaler. Schmaler now 4 for 8 on the weekend, 4 RBIs. batting in the cleanup spot. Lifts it, left field, doesn't have enough, to the wall, just shy. Williams is tagging, and he takes second base. Folks, the wind kept that thing in the ballpark.
100%. That ball was crushed. Any other day in this park, that's a home run. Great swing by Shmela. Just not quite enough to cut through that wind completely. And a heads-up play, though, by Williams, too, to get in a scoring position here with 2 outs.
Mound visit coming.
I think this is more like letting him know with a new hitter for him. Hasn't faced Delamalier yet. Maybe going over a few things. See any bodies moving in the bullpen, so.
Seth Volz, the pitching coach, makes the mound visits, 4th season. Came over from VCU with Sean Stifler. Brody Delamalier in for John Stutzer. He had to exit the game after cutting his hand up, sliding into third base. He was caught stealing. Back in the 2nd inning. Now the sophomore Delamalier. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses 2-0. Last at bat for Brody Delamalier came against Georgia Tech in Game 3 in the 7th inning. Actually hit a ball to the wall that Drew Burris made a leaping grab on. There's a strike on the inside corner. So Florida State would love to get Brody going. It has been a tumultuous season for him, battling a number of different injuries, including, now at this point, the well-documented concussion. 2-1. Popped him up. First base side. Will Hauser hold it? It will not. Back onto the grandstand with a thud. But Brody, 2 home runs opening weekends. And looked poised to really take that next step and be a consistent everyday guy for the Noles in right fields. And has just been up and down since the concussion symptoms.
It really has.
After he and Jace Estes ran into each other and collided at Globe Life Field in Arlington. That's a good swing. Right center, towards that fence. Get out ball! We are tied here in Tallahassee.
Not only is that a great sign for the Noles and Brody Delamalier, that is when he is at his best, going the other way with the baseball. And you see it, look at the excitement of him in the dugout. You gotta love it if you're a Seminole. Look at this swing. Great balance, great swing too.
.371 projected distance, 104 exit velocity off the bat. When Brody Delamalier is right, it looks like that. Opposite field, backside juice. And one swing ties the game for Brody Delamalier and the Seminoles.
What's funny too, me and you talked a little bit during BP on Friday. He looked kind of sluggish in BP, and I was like, man, he just doesn't look. And then yesterday, BP was like a different guy. He was killing the baseball out to both sides, and then getting an opportunity here because of an injury, and he takes full advantage of it.
Fourth home run of the season for Delamolier has us tied in the fourth. Slow roller, Fisher, excuse me, swing. Is it going to work out for him? Yes!
Tell you what, Paso, though, with a full split over there at first, giving everything he had to get a stretch out there to try to get him. It's a close play. It's a really good play by Vustrevich there at third as well.
Hopefully Paso's okay. He got a smile on his face as that one skips away from the catcher. Quattrani. Down to second goes Fisher.
Tell you what, that's the first ball this weekend I've seen get away from Quattrani. He's been great back there behind the dish. Yeah, breaking ball there. He just didn't quite get around a little bit.
See if Florida State can capitalize on the momentum here in the fourth. Well, Notre Dame's not going to give it a shot. They're done with Singleton. Got to give Dylan some credit. 3 innings really good on the road, hostile environment. And the fourth inning just kind of got away. Didn't execute the pitches he wanted to. Some good swings from the Noles as well. Ultimately, a step in the right direction for Dylan Singleton.
I thought it was a really good outing. Yeah, he gave up the home run, but all in all, I thought he pitched the ball well. His secondary stuff was really good. I thought the location was good for the most part, the whole outing. If you're a Notre Dame fan and Notre Dame coaching staff, you got to be happy, I think.
Runner on second for Florida State, new pitcher for Notre Dame. And a tie game in game 3. We'll be right back. New pitcher for Notre Dame is Osheen Lee. Sophomore from Newton, Massachusetts, 6'6", 200 pounds. And he's going to come in the game, try and lock it down in the fourth, and get the Irish to the fifth in a tie game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of their go-to guys out of the pen. This will be his 14th appearance on the season.
Check swing again. Is it deja vu? You bet. All Frazier can do is smile.
And you know the Notre Dame coaching staff's doing the opposite here. They got to be just pulling their hair out. Gets him fooled on it, but the check swing turns into a perfect bunt.
First pitch to Putnam is a strike.
Yeah, change up there. It just looked like it glided in there.
Right back to it. Frazier going to try and take second, throw down. And Frazier's got the bag. Thought maybe Fisher might try and take off for home, but he didn't seem all the way ready for it.
Yeah, heads up base running from Frazier. As soon as he saw that ball squirt out, he was off.
Slow roller there, right back to the glove. And the out recorded. Tie game at 2. DeLamielleure with a 2-run homer. We'll head to the 5th. Brody DeLamielleure has made his presence felt in this ball game. 2-2 as we head to the 5th.
Yeah, he sure has. And again, really happy for the young man coming back and answering as soon as he gets the call, being ready when your number's called. And he sure was. There he is, giving a ball to a fan right there. Speaks volumes of the kind of young man he is on and off the field.
Vito Waters.
Vito Waters leads things off. Stokes back out there for Florida State. And nobody warming up in the Seminole pen. Interesting to allow him to come back out. Maybe hoping that he can eat up another 3 outs. So far, first 2 pitches, not indicative of figuring it out. 2-0. Now 3-0. It's going from bad to worse. Four-pitch walk, nothing particularly close.
That's 3 at-bats for Waters today, 2 intentional walks and 1 the conventional way.
Parker Brustevich.
Maybe O'Leary getting loose in the pen. Cade O'Leary getting loose in the bullpen for the Noles.
Micah Posey out of the dugout, and that's going to be it for Stokes. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back.
The real fun just getting started.
Run straight for the breakaway.
The celebration is on.
The road to Omaha. June 12th it begins. Florida State's been there a number of times. You see it there on the screen. As Florida State going to O'Leary now. Sophomore from Nashville, Tennessee. And so, Noles have really gone through all their top dog bullets through the weekends. The guys they throw on Sundays are the ones with potential, and they're just trying to figure something out so that O'Leary and Stokes and guys like that can help this team later in the year. And for O'Leary, it's been much of the same as with Stokes. Good stuff, hasn't been able to command it consistently. And for Micah Posey, he's hoping here in a 2-2 game that you can simultaneously use this as a coaching and teaching moment with trying to actually win a ball game. That becomes the challenge for most programs on Sundays. After you use some of your guys like John Abraham, Brody Purcell, and Chris Kinnear, outside of your starting rotation is finding more answers. And you see it throughout the country. That's why Sunday games at times end up being double-digit slugfests. And a lot of young arms get opportunities. O'Leary fits the bill of a young arm.
Close. But he's definitely one that you talked about. The stuff's there. They've been trying to find it. He's been having a tough time with the control. You saw the walks to innings pitched really high.
Didn't get help there. That looked like a strike.
Yeah, good breaking ball. Maybe up a little bit.
There's a cutter. And it's 1-1. O'Leary, the transfer from Mississippi State. Misses 2-1.
Another good location there, down and away at the knees.
Two hit the other way, heads up.
Trying to climb the ladder on that one, see if he goes something off speed right here down.
Putnam, underhand toss to O'Leary.
Nice play. Nice play. Good job by Putnam getting over there. Great job by O'Leary getting over there as well. Just good PFP.
Right fielder, Chase Lee.
First pitch strike to Jace Lee.
There's that big curveball. Got the call this time.
This one lifted out to left center fields and out underneath it. Staying at second is Waters.
So far, so good for O'Leary coming in, throwing strikes.
Center fielder,
Being able to mix in a lot of the stuff that he wants to see, the curveball, the change, the cutter, the fastball. Seen all four.
To Logan. Now a fastball up high, 2-0. Misses 3-0.
That's not what you want to come out and get those 2 quick outs and then 4 straight balls.
Yeah, you can see again the stuff is in play for guys like O'Leary and Stokes. They just completely lose batters and their mechanics 4, 5, 6 pitches at a time.
Yeah, that's just focus. That's between the ears. I mean, again, he looked great for the first 2, dialed in, everything was in the zone, and then you get 2 quick outs, kind of lose that focus.
There's a good pitch.
Yeah, really good curveball again.
talking to the staff earlier this season. Now, Leary's cutter and curveball metrics both rank in the top 10 in advanced analytics in the country. Now, again, there's another one right there.
Yeah, that's straight 12-6, too. It's straight down. You see this right here on the replay. I mean, it is at the elbow and then at the feet quick.
Would you go right back to it?
I would in that same location.
Right back to it. Oh, it gets between the legs of Carnes. Everybody's going to be safe.
And that can't happen.
So a strikeout of Paso. But the bases will be loaded.
I mean, as a pitcher, you do everything you're supposed to. You execute this pitch. This cannot go between your legs. Glove's got to stay down on the ground.
Now bases juiced in a 2-2 game. First pitch, fastball 94.
Hey, right back in it. Let's go.
To the 9-hole hitter, Jamie Z. Swing and a miss.
This is the best I've seen his breaking ball all year from O'Leary on a consistent pitch base.
O'Leary transferred from Mississippi State. Didn't pitch much, only 2 innings. Gives up a hit. That's going to score a couple of runs as Notre Dame will retake the lead. Bottom of the order coming through today for the Irish. Couple of RBIs from the 8 and 9 hole hitters.
Yeah, great piece of hit here. Gets a fastball up, belt high, doesn't miss it. Jamie Z drives it to center field, getting more runs for the Irish. I tell you what, though, we talked about it. That's what happens when you make mistakes against teams that can swing the bat. You can't let that pitch go between your legs for strike 3. Should have ended the inning.
And it's been off and on for Carnes defensively. Has shown signs of improvement, but not consistent enough behind the plate now through 2 seasons for Florida State. They've given Shmela opportunities back there too, and he's had his moments as well. But then you look around the country at plus defense at the catcher position, and guys like Von Lackey have helped Georgia Tech to a top 5 ranking. Now again, that's the high end of the spectrum, right? That's, you're talking on the meter, that's as good as it gets. Florida State would just love some middle ground defensively from its catchers. Because again, today's just a Sunday in the ACC against Notre Dame. This happens in a regional or super regional. It's the difference between your season ending against teams that, quite frankly, are better than Notre Dame. There's a strike.
There's a cutter there.
2-2. I'm not sure if that missed.
Great pitch from O'Leary there. I'm with you. I'm not sure what that pitch missed.
Blake Jarrett is giving it to home plate umpire.
You see the breaking ball. It might be off a little bit.
Advancing to second was Jamie Z. Stolen base. On the ground to second. McCulley took a wicked hop on him. Was able to make the play. Notre Dame picks up 2. Florida State's defense with the assist. Irish lead by 2, bottom of the 5th.
Okay, let's hear their answer.
Back and forth on this Sunday afternoon. Florida State put a 2 spot up to tie the game, and Notre Dame responds with 2 of their own. It's 4-2. And bottom of the 5th here in Tallahassee, where the Animals of Section B will sing "O Canada." For FSU, it'll be McCulley, Dowd, and Williams.
Second baseman Carter McCulley.
At the knees for a strike from Lee to McCulley. Now another one, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, 2 really good fastballs here from Lee, right at the knees, down. Came in and did the job last inning.
McCulley quickly done.
Great location right here on this pitch as well from Lee. Really executing his pitches. See this changeup right on right, and it just dives down and in under the hands of McCulley.
Pitch misses from Lee. Oisin Lee, the pitcher. It is Irish. Both of his parents are from Ireland. Dowd, slow roller. And so far, a quick inning. 3 for Oisin.
Oisin is definitely filling it up, though. I love the location. I love his tempo. Fastball's been in that 92 to 94 range. And the changeup's been his go-to pitch. Changeup again.
Williams over the top. And it's 0-1. Williams a single in the 4th. He's 1 for 2 today. Now 2-1. Inside with a fastball. Missed the inside corner. It's 3-1. If Williams can get on deck, get on base, on deck is Hunter Carnes. And a 3-1. Williams works the walk.
This is Williams' 2nd time on the bag. 1st time, though, with a righty pitching. See how long he stays on here before he tries to take off to second base.
Carnes, first pitch with some heat on it, but it's going to stay in the park. Hit it hard, 101, exit velo. And again, with the wind blowing in, he's not going to get any help. Berkland makes the grab on the liner. And Florida State strands a runner. 4-2, Irish to the 6th. Dame leads Florida State 4-2. As we head to the 6th inning in Tallahassee, O'Leary is back on the mound for the Noles. For Notre Dame, 2, 3, and 4, heart of the order will be due up in the inning. Noah Coy, Mark Quattrani, and Bino Waters. This is Coy, first pitch, in there for a strike.
Good cutter there.
Into the fastball, off the cutter, and it's 0-2. Coy reached in the 4th on a hit by pitch. To the breaking ball, and a strikeout for O'Leary.
Nice sequence there from O'Leary. Cutter, and then like you said, off the cutter, stayed with the fastball elevated, and then comes with this great breaking ball down.
Quattrani has had a nice day in game 2 after a rough first 2 games. A couple of hits, including an RBI double in the 3rd. 1-0, swing and a miss.
Cutter. Back to back, see if he goes to the breaking ball here.
Now 2-1. Breaking ball misses, 3-1. Fastball, chopped foul down the 3rd base line.
Cutter or curveball, let's see.
And a 3-2. 3 calls.
I think Quattrani thought that one was the way he went down on one knee. Kind of a late call here.
He might have a point.
Yeah, he does. But good job here by Carnes. Getting under it and getting it up there.
Back-to-back strikeouts looking for Quattrani. First pitch to Waters, whose average is now north of 350 at 352. Florida State has really respected him today. A couple of intentional walks. And then a 4-pitch walk in the 5th inning, which might as well have been intentional. Slow roller. McCulley deep in the hole at second, just in time. O'Leary was covering the bag. We'll see if Notre Dame challenges.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to challenge this. It's bang, bang
State
play.
will walk back on the field. Yeah, Chavi, they're going to definitely take a shot here in the middle innings.
It's time for a sun stop. Second look.
This is something they work on every day in PFP too, though, is when the first baseman gets away and it gets by him, the second baseman fields it. That pitcher making sure he gets over there. Larry gets over there really well. Like you said, McCulley's so deep, though. Bang, bang. Good angle here. God just got him. The call's going to stand. Good job by the camera crew here. Falls in glove, got him.
Tremendous job from our crew today.
I mean, that is great.
He's out of first base.
So O'Leary, a 1-2-3-6. Perhaps something to build on for Kate. Noles trying to get something going offensively as we move to the bottom half of the sixth. Jeremy and Bell, their little one as well. Bell worked for Seminole Productions for a number of years. Still coming back to enjoy the ball game. A lot of effort goes in to putting these productions on. Seminole Productions today taking care of Florida State baseball and softball TV broadcasts, including video board broadcasts that are their own completely separate thing. Jenny on cam. There's Aiden out in center field. We appreciate everybody. It's not easy to put on these broadcasts. As Shmela, left center this time. Will the park hold it? Again, yes it will. Shmela just threw his hands out as well, rounding the bag, as if to say, what does it take to get one out today?
Take a cannon. I'll tell you what, he should have 2 home runs right now. 2 great swings from Shmela, and nothing to show for him. That's tough.
You can see the wind, top of the screen, top of your monitors at home. Again, he just can't believe it.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, he crushed it. 106 exit velo. Yeah, man. And that was crushed. Again, this time of year, usually Hauser turns into a hitter-friendly park, but not today. It's blowing dead in. And a little bit to right field as well now. As Delamalier to second. And again, now it's Florida State 2 outs quickly. And the Noles offensively just haven't threatened enough. Dick Hauser Stadium for Game 3. Florida State's already clinched the series, but the Noles would really love to sweep, especially this time of year. When RPI matters, standings in the ACC matter. There's Chavez, Aria Masudi, our entire crew on hands. And on the other side of the coin, to be frank, Notre Dame needs a win just to stay in the tournament picture, because they have fallen off tremendously over the last 3 weekends. From on the right side of the bubble to really an RPI in the 70s and struggling to stay afloat in the bubble conversation. And a win here would be massive for Sean Stifler and the Irish, who have now fallen to 500 on the year, not the metric you want. There's Noah Rooney on the mound.
And he's gotten 2 quick outs this inning for him. Rooney, another guy who's pitched in a lot of games, his 15th appearance of the year. You see his numbers there. 28 innings pitched, only 5 walks to 22 strikeouts. Good change.
Yep. Transfer from Minnesota. Fastball down and in. Really good numbers with the Golden Gophers. 2.94 ERA last season in 49 innings, spanning 22 appearances, 36 strikeouts. The year prior, a 3.29 ERA in 18 appearances. Fisher in on the hands. And that's the game of baseball. Shmela smokes one for an out at 108. And Fisher bloops one at 79 exit velo for a single.
Yeah, Shmela in the dugout right now is going, come on.
Number 5, Dave Krieger.
Now Gabe Frazier. First pitch strike. Frazier is 2 for 2. A double and a single.
And Frazier
misses.
Frazier getting that average up to 360 now.
You can already tell the improvement offensively the Noles lineup has had with him in there. And the sample set of now 4 games since returning on Tuesday against Stetson. That time in on the hands, swing and a miss.
Now Rooney going left on left with that changeup. Don't see it a lot. It's effective when you can get it inside like that.
Check to first, Fisher. Safe at the bag. Fisher having a conversation with Passo. Frazier just catches a piece, and I think it might have caught Quattrani too.
Yeah, it did. Great piece of hitting right there, though. Fighting that pitch off. That was a good breaking ball. And you see Quattrani's face. That ball stung him, I think, on the thigh. Oh, yeah. Came up and got him right there. Ooh.
One, two, lefty, lefty. Check first base, pickoff attempt. Another pickoff attempt. Cal Fisher must be the fastest player on planet Earth.
I think that's what he was telling him earlier. Like, y'all do realize I have one bag.
Fisher on the ground to first, and Passo's got it to retire the side. Noles do pick up a hit, nothing else. To the 7th, Irish by a pair. Brody Purcell will pitch for the second time this weekend. Trying to keep this thing at a 2-run deficit for Florida State, who trails Notre Dame 4-2. As we head to the 7th, the numbers for Purcell, the junior from California. 13th appearance, good strikeout numbers, has limited the walks. At times it's gotten away from him, but the long ball has been an issue for Purcell.
And he's had some bad luck too as well. He's definitely given up some really soft hits and things like that. Like you said, he's had the one game where he gave up the 3 home runs against Virginia.
He's given up 6 home runs on the year. That leads Florida State staff. Verstevich, Lee, and Logan are due. And Purcell's at his best. He got a fastball 92-94. Will touch a 5 with a lot of life through the zone, and then the 12-6 breaking ball off of it. He has a changeup as well.
Which he has been mixing the changeup in a little bit more. But you're right, the 2 go-to pitches for him, though, are going to be that elevated fastball and that 12-6 breaking ball. Straight over the top arm slot.
And just misses, 2-1. Now 3. Looper into center field. Knowles had the shift on. And Dowd has it in right center.
I don't know if I've ever seen 3 outfielders so close to each other.
Jace Lee.
Now here's Jace Lee. Fastball 92, it misses. Lee singled back in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. Mentioned Purcell's second appearance of the weekend. He pitched in relief in game 1. Gave up a couple of hits, struck out 2 as well. Gets Lee to pop this one up. Putnam with the wind pushing it towards the camera well, able to make the grab. You can see him drifting.
You see Putnam right there. Good job, good concentration. Again, still learning that position, but those are things that you work on every day. Going into foul territory, trying to find, knowing where you are, where all is, camera well is, all that.
First pitch strike to Brandon Logan. Center fielder. Will play for the Notre Dame football team in the fall. He's behind in the count 0-2. Logan was on base in the 5th via a walk. He also has a sac bunt. Spits on that, and it's 1-2. Rolled to short. Frazier, a couple pumps in the glove. Strong throw across, and a 1-2-3 inning for Purcell and the Noles. Time to stretch at Hauser. In game 3, Florida State trails by a pair. Nice looking headgear, got the chains on as well.
And the shades. Look at those things.
He's ready to go.
He got it all. Jacket.
It's been a fun weekend of Seminole athletics, Seminole Spring Weekends. I know our friends at Florida State Global Properties would love us to say, presented by Whataburger, so I will.
There you go.
To pay them off. Had them in the booth in the middle of the week. A lot going on this weekend. Said beach volleyball, lacrosse, softball, and baseball as mentioned. Heard Luke Laux is crushing it in the portal acquisition game over on the hardwood, as is Brooke Wyckoff with the women's basketball program. They're always at level on
Sunday fun day.
No kidding. Putnam down on the count, 0-2 against Noah Rooney. Breaking ball back foot, and Putnam spins on it. Power surge this weekend from Putnam, couple of home runs in this series. He's up to 7 on the year. Here's the 1-2. Just missed with the breaking ball, count evens. Putnam, the transfer from Davidson, has filled in at first base since Miles Bailey's injury. Batting average at .224, probably not where he wants it to be, as he watches that one low. But if you find a streak where he hits 5 or 6 home runs down the stretch, gets it up in the double digits, I think you'll take it overall.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, right here, got 0-2, laid off some pitches that normally, he had shown he was swinging at. Good at bat right here.
Pops up the full count. Quattrami towards the net. And again, with the wind blowing in and to right field, that thing's pushing everything back. Talk about the home runs without Miles Bailey. It's now been, this is game 13 without Miles. If you add DeLamelier's home run today, that's 15 home runs for Florida State in 13 games without Miles Bailey. And quite honestly, that's a better number than I thought would be the case.
I think that for a lot of people.
Putnam fouls that one back. Florida State has hit 4 home runs this weekend. There's DeLamelier. His 4th of the season earlier to tie the game at 2 momentarily. Full count on the ground to short. Coy, throw across, scooped out. My Paso, 1 down.
Pitch hitting for Florida State, number 13, Noah Sheffield.
You're going to get a pinch hitter here. Noah Sheffield will bat for Carter McCulley.
I would assume he'll go into second base as well.
First pitch pops it up. Two down in the inning. Really, last 3 innings for Florida State, they've had some quick outs.
Back to the top
Each of the 5th, 6th, and now 7th.
Raymond Dow.
Outside corner at 91 for a strike.
Good looking curveball there. See this pitch from Rooney here. Big break. Nice pitch.
raise the eye level.
Now go back to that breaking ball right here. He actually could do anything, really. He could try to dot low and away with the fastball as well, though. But see if he goes back to the big breaker he threw before.
And Dowd shoots it the other way. It'll be extra bases for Florida State center fielder. In the second with a double.
Great piece of hitting from Dowd. I said he could go down and away with a fastball. I would have gone back to the breaker after raising the eye level myself. But Dowd does a great piece going with that pitch away, driving it down the left field line for a double. 101 off the bat. You see it right here. Great piece of hitting. Dowd does so well going foul line to foul line. Takes what's given to him. Polished hitter.
Chase Williams with a runner in scoring position. 2 down in the inning. First pitch, breaking ball for a strike. Florida State has out-hit Notre Dame 8-6 in the contest. The Irish leading where it matters. And the runs scored column. Chopper, that's going to get over the head of Brestevich. It's going to score a run. RBI double. Chase Williams and the Noles are within
1. This is what speed will do to you right here. Third baseman having to worry about the bunt is drawn in. You get a hopper that would have been a routine play, and instead it bounces over his head for a double and a run for the Noles. This is what makes Chase Williams so dynamic, being able to do things like that and what his speed does to a team.
Always brings the energy as well. Now 6 hits on the weekends for Chase Williams. He's been on base for the Noles more than any other Seminole player this weekend. That's a good sign for FSU. You do need Chase Williams at his best to make the run you would like going forward.
Yeah, and again, it's not just all of his hits and what he does on the base pass. His energy that he brings, too, just exudes through the team when you do stuff like this. So
he's got another 2-hit performance here today in Game 3. Mound visit now concluding with Hunter Carnes at the plate. Chase Williams at second base now with 6 multi-hit games in the last 7 contests for Florida State. Tying run is at second for the Noles in the 7th. First pitch, ball. Carnes has had a cool weekend hitting at the plate. Now would be a heck of a time for your first hit of the series. Fouled it back, and it's 1-1. His last AB was his best swing of the weekend. A line out to left that Berkland ran down that was exit velocity over 100 miles an hour. Rooney the 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Good speed at second with Williams. Carnes at the plate. Chased high heat. And it's 2-2.
now if you're Rooney, you really can look at this right here. You can elevate with a fastball again to get him to chase. and go with the changeup off with the breaking ball down.
Let's go, 2-5. Let's go, mate.
And the 2-2. Williams going to take third. Got Brestevich napping. And that's an excellent dirt ball read.
Good secondary. As soon as it hits the ground, he was gone.
It's another stolen base for Williams. Full count. Chopper, is that going to stay fair? Williams dives out of the way. It's foul.
Hey, Williams is exciting either way you look at it. You see him right here. I'm out.
It's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Somebody signal Keanu Reeves. Full count, Williams trying to dance off third. The pitch to the plate just misses inside. And it's a walk.
Now this brings up Shmela, who has absolutely scorched the last 2 balls he's seen.
Now batting designated hitter number 21, Nathan Shmela.
Williams is at third. There's Carnes at first.
I'm actually surprised they're letting Rooney face Shmela right now, to be honest with you.
Shmela 0 for 3 today. He's had a good weekend. Couple of loud outs here in game 3 as well. Breaking ball, snapped a good one in there for a strike.
That's a really good pitch right there from Rooney.
Rooney's 0-1. Absolutely clobbered, but foul.
106 off the bat.
Knowles have picked up a run in the inning. Well, they chase Williams' RBI double. Looking for more. Nice job by Shmela to let that one ride high. Pretty good pitcher's pitch, too, for Rooney.
Once it is again, back to the breaking ball down. As you go change up here, hadn't stoned him a change up yet. He did go with a change up there.
Now if you're Rooney pitching to Shmela, you've shown him all 3 of your pitches. What do you go with here?
I like his breaking ball. I'd like to see him try to backdoor it, or even throw it still a 1-2 count, or even throw it out of the zone, start it, and get it down over the plate.
Shmela into left center. That's going to get down all the way to the wall. Florida State's going to take the lead. Shmela wants 3. It's a triple. He's done it.
Absolutely love it right here. Shmela, what a great at bat. Fouling balls off. He hasn't been rewarded with 2 scorchers, and then he gets a fastball inside, keeps his hands in, drives it in the left center field to the wall to drive into and give FSU the lead.
Look what it means to the 6th-year senior. Mr. Consistent, Mr. Reliable, Nate Shmela. Could be a future doctor, lawyer, financial banker. You say it, I would believe it. He's got a degree from Dartmouth.
Yep.
Smart as can be, and oh, by the way, he can swing the stick too.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, again, man, you look at that at bat and what he did there to fight off some pitches, laying off a pitch, then gets a pitch that he can actually do damage with, and he does damage with it.
And the pitching change has been made. Dramatic here in the 7th. Florida State has taken the lead with the 3 spot. Hauser has come to life. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. Game 3 has provided the dramatics. It's been back and forth, and it's been a good ball game here on a windy, gusty day in Tallahassee, where offense has been at a premium. Notre Dame and the Seminoles have gone at it. It's the Irish who have put up a 2 spot in the 5th, a run in the 4th and in the 3rd. As we're taking a look at the game summary, the Noles responding via Brody DeLamielleure, who was pinch hitting for John Stutzer. He hits his 4th homer of the year. And speaking of that 5th inning, it was the hit from Lee that brought home a pair to give Notre Dame that 4-2 lead until what we just watched. It was Chase Williams first on the chopper over the 3rd baseman to bring home a run. And then Nate Schmela, who just hit a 2-run triple to give the Noles the lead. As you look at the game summary, it's a 3-run bottom of the 7th as we rejoin you here at Dick Hauser Stadium. Noles looking for the sweep. And the Irish looking for a key ACC victory, however they can get it. Runner at 3rd and 2 down. DeLamielleure watches the first 2 pitches outside. And it's William Geisel.
Glad you said it. I wasn't sure. Geisel.
Yep, have the pronunciation guide here. Notre Dame's public relations do a great job. Their sports info department, their communications. DeLamielleure off the end of the bat, a dribbler foul. Geisel's a freshman from Batesville, Indiana.
And Geisel, just like Rooney and Lee, one of their go-to guys out of the pen. This is his 13th appearance out of the year. You see the numbers, 11 innings, 11 strikeouts. It does have the 10 walks. 88 to 92 mile an hour fastball. Real good breaking ball with high spin rate. You saw the slider there, 2,800 spin rate on it.
Ball strike. Take another look.
The ball is off the plate. But
breaking ball misses. Wow, that spin rate over 3,200.
Yeah, that's insane right there.
Sean Stifler called Geisel a spin demon. This one, is it gonna drop? Logan running in, diving, it's behind him. Run scores, DeLamielleure into 2nd.
Baseball evens out for you. Some of the hard hit balls that FSU wasn't getting able to drop. Now they get some of these balls to fall in. Slider right here off the end of the bat from Delamalier just doesn't carry well. Logan gives it a great effort there in center field. Just not able to get there enough time to catch it.
And again, with the wind blowing in, that makes that type of play even harder.
Yeah, Logan just took a hesitation for a second because he wasn't sure.
That makes that read incredibly difficult. Right? They say center field is the hardest to have that read at the ball hit right at you.
Right at you, correct.
So you make your jump, and then you just start sprinting, and on a different day, he might be able to make that grab.
And Logan plays a shallow center. Yeah. But he gave it everything he had.
6-4 Florida State. 4-run bottom of the 7th. Good to see Cal Fisher with another couple hits today. Cal now 5 hits on the weekend in 10 tries. He's batting .500. Hits this one, a foul. And the truth is, for guys like Cal, and for Putnam, for Schmela, for Williams, all is forgiven all season, right? If when it matters most in postseason, you have that weekend go 5 for 10, and you play your best baseball when it matters the most.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, this is when it starts to all add up. You had other guys picking up the pace early in the year. Now they need them to pick up the pace here at the end of the year, and they're starting to do that.
1-2 to Fisher. Misses high. I was talking to Florida State's radio voice Eric Llewellyn before the game, and you do have to have a Major League Baseball approach to statistics. Who cares what someone did in the first half of the season if they hit 400 in the second half of the season or in the final 3 weeks of the season? 2-2. Misses 3 and 2 to Fisher. Point being, you can't carry your statistics, neither positive or negative, into postseason baseball.
Yeah. And that's what makes baseball great. You have to remember, you're going to get so many games and so many opportunities to produce. You can't dwell on what happened in the past. You have to focus on what's in front of you, and these guys are starting to do that.
Here's the full count. Good breaking ball there. 3,100 RPMs, and it froze Fisher. You see what the Irish like, and Will Geisel. Florida State really likes that 7th inning, though. They put up 4. They lead by 2 to the 8th. Two-out hitting wins you baseball games. And that's what Florida State did, scoring 4 runs, all with 2 outs. Chase Williams' RBI double scores Dowd. He ignites Dick Howser Stadium, and then the roof comes off the building as Nate Schmela into the power alley in left center, a triple to score a pair. The Noles take the lead, and then Delamalier adding to it here with a blooper that Brandon Logan just misses. An RBI double. And all of this again happening with 2 outs. A 4-run bottom of the 7th inning. And now the Seminoles can start to smell it. Need 6 outs for the series sweep, but this Notre Dame team has proven to be a tough out all weekend. Noles will go to Chris Kinnear out of the bullpen. And this is Kinnear's second appearance of the weekend. He only threw 13 pitches in Game 2 yesterday.
You can tell Kinnear juiced up a little bit. First pitch, 93.
There's a strike.
That's a call on the breaking ball there.
Junior college transfer a couple seasons ago. Kinnear. And outside, 2-2. Here's Kinnear's numbers. Respectable, 3.8 ERA. Breaking ball hit hard, foul. It's Dylan Passo, followed by Jamie Z, and then top of the order for Drew Berkeley. Bottom of the order for Notre Dame today has a pair of hits and a couple of RBIs to boot. Count is full. Breaking ball, Gallo. Out number 1 as Passo swung underneath it.
Yeah, Kinnear going to the breaking ball here, full count. Leaves it up just a little bit, but again, good enough that gets Passo underneath it.
And Chavez, Kinnear does have those 2 breaking balls, right? Distinct between a 12-6 curveball and the sharper slider to go along with the fastball. You don't see the changeup all that often.
Right, and you typically see the curveball, the 12-6 too. That's his go-to, but he will throw that slider in there from time. He will throw the changeup from time, but it's mainly fastball, breaking ball.
Starts off a strike to Z. Now quickly ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, 2 good ones here right now to start off Z. You see this one right here in the bite on that pitch. Good spot, good location. Good 0-2 pitch.
Mike Capozzi looking down into his chart. Give out the pitch call. Roller on the ground. Frazier. Strong throw across. Had trouble with it in his glove. And that's what the athleticism and the tools can do. He recovers. And out number 2.
Yeah, it makes this play look really easy, to be honest with you. And it's not an easy play on the hop that he gets.
Back to the top of the order.
But being able to throw from that angle, that easy, with the good arm strength that he has, it's a great play.
It's almost snow-coned out of his glove.
Yep. But he kept good. The glove action was great. Coming through the baseball, not coming up.
First pitch strike to Berkeley. You know what stands out most about Frazier? Obviously, arm strength. His footwork is phenomenal.
Well, it's speed, and he gets around the ball really well. But I also like the glove work, too. Like I said, going through the baseball there, not coming up on that ball. It's just kind of textbook and what they teach.
Frazier, who's made an immediate impact since coming back into the everyday lineup on Tuesday, has had a good weekend at the plate as well. Kinnear looking for a 1-2-3 shutdown inning. Leaves this one up. I think the park's going to hold it, especially with the wind. And in the end, it's a can of corn for Braden Dowd. Job well done for Chris Kinnear. Noles, well, they're not asleep. She sure is. Animals know it's getting close to closing time. Put up the fours. It's the fourth quarter in football. The Noles need 3 outs to win this game. However, it would be very helpful for Florida State if they could get an insurance run or 2 for Link Jarrett, coaching against his former school that he led for 4 seasons. Man, he did a good job there.
He really did.
I mean, it elevated Notre Dame to levels they hadn't seen since the Maneri days in the early 2000s. National Coach of the Year. No one will forget what that Notre Dame team did to Tennessee, who was the greatest regular season baseball team of all time.
Yeah, it was impressive, I'll tell you that. Even us as fans watching it.
They were close the year before, too.
Yeah.
And Mississippi State.
But like you said, everyone had interest in that one because Tennessee was supposed to be the greatest college baseball team ever.
They always had a lot to say. A lot of showboating,
Oh, my goodness.
a lot of bat flips, a lot of talking.
I think everyone in the country except for Tennessee fans were happy to see Notre Dame.
We were all Notre Dame fans that weekend.
Yep.
Frazier at the plate, down on the count 0-2. Did he catch a piece? He's going to run to first base. Nope. They say he did catch a piece. Well, if you're Gabe, you definitely want to step on the bag and then make your case.
Did he make it, or did it hit him? And if it hit him, it's a dead ball and he's out. If he didn't foul tip it. I thought it hit Frazier.
Home plate umpire Jason Bradley saying that at the moment that he said Frazier did catch a piece of the ball, so it's a foul ball.
And I think that's what Coach Stifler's asking right here, because Cotrani as well. Yeah, they're going to ask for a review, and I think they're going to be right on this. I think what happened was Frazier swung miss and hit Frazier first, then hit Cotrani. I don't think he foul tipped it. And that goes to that spin rate. We talked about the pitch and how nasty that is. 3,200 spin rate on that ball. Here's a replay right here on the pitch. I don't know if he hits that ball. I think it just hits him on the swing. It hits him in the thigh, which considers a dead ball. It's out. You saw it hit him in the thigh, and then it hits Cotrani. Yep, we're calling him out.
Jarrett's lips there. He said, I thought she called foul ball and signaled foul ball.
And he did. He said, who overturned it? And he said he did. And I think he was just because he had a better angle of it. Good job by the umpires getting together, talking it over. I mean, they made the right call.
So it goes down as a strikeout. And now Eli Palmer. Come to the plate. 1 down in the 8th. First pitch swinging. Brestevich, pirouette throw. Nice play. Putnam hit that one pretty hard. At 106 exit velocity.
Now batting for the Seminoles, number 35.
They call it the hot corner for a reason, but Brestevich impressive there on a tricky eye. 2 down. Pinch hitter for Florida State is Will Bavaro. So this is the 9-hole where McCulley started, and then Sheffield pinch hit in the 7th inning. And now Will Bavaro will pinch hit in the 8th. Breaking ball for a strike. And it's 0-2. Bavaro on the year hitting 350 at-bats. 15 for 50 with a couple of homers, 4 doubles. And quickly put down there by Geisel. 3 outs for a sweep for the Seminoles. Notre Dame last chance in Game 3 when we return. Florida State leads Notre Dame 6-4 in the series finale. The Florida State team now with double-digit hits in 4 straight games. Dating back to the Stetson game on Tuesday, all 3 games this weekend. And so the offense has started to find some signs of life. As the first pitch to Coy is fouled away. This would be a huge sweep for the Noles to get back in the thick of the ACC race. Blake Jarrett and the Noles have just had to pivot this season without one of the best players in the country available. Coy, second pitch, popped up in the infield. Bavaro at third base now, running grab with the wind playing havoc.
Good job with that wind. You get it up that high, gets above it, you see the wind whipping, and it was just kept coming back and back and back. Good job by Bavaro, who's now playing third with Fisher moving to second.
There's Bavaro at third. Cal Fisher, as Chavez said, has moved from third to second base. Now here's Mark Quattronic. 1 down in the inning. Hit hard, but right at Frazier. Rolls into the glove, 2 down. And a good throw to first.
Dino Waters.
First pitch swing and a miss from Bino Waters, who's really impressed in Tallahassee this weekend. Oh, 1 in on the hands. Fouled back 0-2. Now the crowd coming to their feet.
And Kinnear just going right at him the first 2 pitches with fastballs. See if he throws that splitter right here. Times the ladder with the fastball, even drops his big curveball on him.
The 0-2 breaking ball. It'll drop. Into left center field, Williams chases it down, and Bino Waters says not so fast.
Yeah, breaking ball up. Waters does what a good hitter does with a hanging breaking ball.
Initiating for Notre Dame, number 3, Mason Park.
So the tying run will come to the plate in the form of a pinch hitter. It's Mason Barth, who got the start at second base in game 1. The freshman. And one of the biggest at-bats of his young career. Strike one. It's been a back and forth game 3 in Tallahassee. Notre Dame led by 2 through 3.5. Knowles responded with the home run. Swing and a miss to make it 2-2 in the bottom of the 4th.
Tell you what, 2 really good breaking balls right here from Kinnear.
The crowd has come to its feet again. Notre Dame retook the lead in the top of the 5th. A 4-run 7th is where we stand at 6-4. Breaking ball down and away. Barth spits on it.
Good 0-2 pitch.
This would signal a big moment in Florida State's season post Miles Baylor. Looking for ACC win number 12. Swing and a miss. Get the brooms out. Florida State sweeps Notre Dame.
Great job by Kinnear coming in. 2 innings, shutting the door, getting this victory for the Noles, 6-4, and getting the sweep. Kinnear going to that big breaking ball here, right here. Great pitch, great location. Really good job by the bullpen for FSU.
It was Nate Schmela's heroics in the bottom of the 7th. He will talk to us when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Our player of the game joins us on the headsets as Florida State sweeps Notre Dame in dramatic fashion. Florida State defeats Notre Dame 6-4. 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th to come from behind. They were down 4-2 and found enough offense here today on a tough day offensively for the Park, blowing in with the wind. And the Seminoles did enough to win it 6-4. See Nate Schmela getting comfortable there with the headsets on. All smiles, my man. Good stuff from you. Can you just take us through that at bat in the 7th inning? You had a couple of really good swings, and the wind was just blowing everything back in. What was your mindset, and what'd you see?
Yeah, obviously a tough outcome with the previous 2 ABs, but I knew I was in a good spot, so just wanted to go out there, compete, look for something to hit. Felt comfortable, 2 strikes. Just wanted to stay on everything, and he left a heater over the plate, and I was able to get it and get one in the gap, so really happy about it.
Nate, you know, one of the things I'm seeing from you too is just the confidence you're having at the plate. Is there anything different really, or is it just kind of just maturing as you have with the at-bats that you've been taking this year?
I mean, it's different every game. It's different every at-bat. Honestly, after my first at-bat, I was not super confident. Knew I was a little rushed. That's something I tend to do, is quicken up and make
quick decisions, and I knew I had to start early, make a move forward, and when I'm in a good spot to hit, I can handle whatever.
Nate, you're in your 6th year of college baseball. Obviously, what happened earlier this season with Miles, devastating, right, for any ball club, not just Florida State, but the way you guys have responded. How much confidence does a weekend like this continue as you guys push forward on your ultimate path?
It helps out a ton. I mean, obviously, big piece of our lineup is no longer there, so we got to make do. We got to keep going forward, and big sweep this weekend. We need to keep riding that momentum into not only Tuesday, but next weekend in Palo Alto.
You look like you had a lot of fun, man. It was fun to watch you play baseball this weekend. Congratulations, and thank you for taking a few moments to join us.
Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it, guys.
Great job, Nate.
Thank you.
Chavi, final thought on this one. A weekend overall, not just this game. Florida State comes in. It's never easy to sweep anyone in the ACC, let alone a pretty good ball club in Notre Dame. Florida State took care of business in all 3 games.
Yeah, I think the great thing that you saw from them is the first 2 games you had big wins. The offense really blew it open. They kind of blew it out of the water. But then to come from behind in a game like this to show you can do it both ways, I think that's a big step in the right direction for the Noles moving forward.
And if you had told me that Dowd and Carnes would not be your 2 best hitters this weekend, it was everybody else that stepped up. And that is a good sign moving forward. 3 wins in the books this weekend in the ACC for the Noles. They continue their mission next week against UNF and on the road against Stanford. Thanks to everyone for watching here this weekend at Hauser. For Chris Chavez and Kirby Kander, Ansley Topchick, our entire crew, all of the cameras this weekend in Tallahassee, I'm Mario Masudi saying have a great Sunday.